Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon, and wow, just amazing. A big mothership right behind me. Isn't that amazing? I love this image, this huge mothership behind us coming to Earth. So right here, here's Earth, and here's the mothership. Just using imagery to get you ready for contact, folks. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome to Encounters. Jess Parker, Marco, Herbalist, SDE, Lama, everybody coming in here. If you're not watching Encounters, then I don't know where you are out there on TikTok land. Hey, little Cleo, good to see you. Elvira, Sue House, thank you. Yes, this t-shirt is dedicated to the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch. Yeah, you can't see it really too well here, but I've got my Sasquatch t-shirt on here. Yep. Hey, Marco, good to see you. Everybody coming in, welcome to another night of Encounters. And we made it to a Tuesday night, getting to Hump Day on Wednesday tomorrow, depending where you are. Hey, FFS, Paul Ace, good to see you, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, yes. I got this for my birthday, I believe. Good evening, user 661. Hope you're doing well. Gazelle, welcome everybody. 007, let's see, Ruby, Lucas, Lisa, everybody, thank you for the baseball cap. I'm getting ready to join the Intergalactic Baseball League. I'm just kidding you. Hey, Paul S. Good. Sleepy? Well, you've been working hard, brother. So I appreciate you coming in here for a few minutes to wind down. What better way to do it than on Encounters? Hey, Whirlwind, good to have you here. Gina, thanks for being here before MVP 23. And, Harry Mandel, the comedian, Howie Mandel, I'm going to show a video. And again, I'm basically the person on the air flight. They're really high up in the sky, is saying that they're seeing these objects. And he's telling Howie Mandel is saying, what is this? And I'll show the video in a little bit. I want to get opinions. Hey, Lavelle, good to see you. Bonnie Ellis. And hey, Blessed Mom, good to see you as well. Mindy, Handyman, Amina, welcome to the show. We're just getting started here. And hey, Crafters Boutique, thank you for the share, sister. Hope you're doing very well. Scrubs USA, Saul, good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Wildflower, hey, Wild. And everybody coming in here. You're watching, it's Beyond Merge, something. Unschooly, Apollo. Hey, Scrubs, good to see you. And just, find a seat in the studios here. We have plenty of room around the planet Earth here, so we're glad to have everybody with us. We have no idea what's going to happen tonight. Every night's different. Thank you, Paul, and everybody. Blessed Mom, thank you. I've never seen the skull apple before. Thank you for the bear. Thank you, Blessed Mom, for the shamrock. Top of the evening to you. Let's see here. Good to have you with us here. I have a sense of humor here. Hey, Leslie, Ryan Storm, Autumn. Hey, no, Autumn, good to see you. Thank you for the team bracelet, Paul. We appreciate it. Jenny, I think it's Milliman. I think Amina, thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. Little Commander, hey, Bonnie. Melissa Neal, hello. Jim, hey, Jim, welcome to the show here on Encounters. So, I always find these really cool images for our show. This one I like a lot because it shows the Earth, a beam of blue light either coming up or going down to the Earth. Pretty cool. Hey, everybody coming in here. Hey, I think the Cat Lady. Welcome, Cat Lady. Soon. Darren, welcome. Lorna, good to see you, Lorna. Everyone who's coming in here, wherever you may be. You're watching the beginnings of Encounters tonight. You're not missing anything. Steph, good to see you. I've got my apple cider. Where did I put my apple cider? It's right over here. We're going to move the apple cider so I have more reachability to it. Jariel, good evening. So talk then. What do you think I'm doing, 263? I am speaking. I am talking. Talk about UFOs, Commander. Oh, we are. We're going to get into it. You know, everything happens in its own time, as they say. Hey, Darren, good to see you. Yes, we are feeling better. We're going through energy changes too, like everybody else. It's affecting us, but we are feeling better. I mean, it's hit me like a rock, you know. Clouds are crazy bright, loaded with faces, no moon visible anywhere. Hey, Rita Lynn, good evening. Dominica, I think it's Dominica. Hey, Dominica. You know, bird lover Diane, welcome. Let's see, Blue Diamonds, this question. Anyone know what beings have gold eyes? I have seen one. Oh, we have to talk about that, Blue Diamond. I'm going to be following you. I'm bringing Blue Diamond up. You have to be over 18. We'll talk about the being you saw. I want to know what that was like. I got a feeling you had a little bit of a contact going on there. Yes, indeed. I get a lot of information just reading a little comment like that. That sounds interesting. And I like your thing, just a cosmic being have any human experience, Blue Diamond. So you have to be over 18, no foul language on the show or cursing, no kids on the show, no smoking on camera, no smoking at all, no drugs, no drinking, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics. I think I covered all the rules. And I'm going to bring Blue Diamond up because of that comment about the beings with the gold eyes. Now, there's a story behind that. I know there is. I need to hear the story. Golden eyes. No baking soda, Rob. That's true. Unless it's cosmically introduced. Leanna, thank you for the heart me. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lucille, welcome, Lucille. We appreciate you being here. Mike, welcome. Jerry, welcome, Jerry. All the people coming in, wherever you are. Hey, Rob, yeah, absolutely. And let's see here. Can they see the same way as us? Herbalist, I like that question. We're going to bring you up. I like that question. I do random selections here, and we'll see if Herbalist will come up and ask me that question. She's invited to be a guest. I love these. Great. You're watching Encounters. Hey, Herbalist, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So I just randomly choose people based on what I hear, see, read, read and all that. Great question. So you're asking about, let me go backwards here.
Yeah, the ones with the gold eyes, can they see the same way as us?
I would say absolutely yes. If they have golden eyes, they might have a different kind of consciousness, meaning they might see beyond us. They'll see us, but they might see also everything else. I would say with gold eyes, and I want to bring that person up with her
Plus, I
her
have
thing with a
another
golden
question
eye.
for you.
Yeah.
Are they cat eyes?
Are they cat eyes? The ones that she says they can see everything. Blue Diamond, we have to have her come up here because she's talking about contact. But I would have to tell you that no matter what their eyes are, they can see. There's basically the energy is very much stronger than our human energy to see through our eyes. We see it to a certain extent. When we open up our eyes to a cosmic level, our eyes can see beyond limitation, pretty much. That's not
Well,
everybody, but I think that's probably true, though, that they are seeing many more things. Even Blue was saying they can see everything, the one that she had contact with.
yeah, and I'm also wondering if they have a pineal gland like we do.
Uh, they most like, depending on the space beings, I would say they probably do. I think they have something that allows them to completely more spiritually advanced than we are, 10 times over. But I think we have the same connections. It's just that we're just waking up. And they
Yeah.
went through the same thing we did many eons ago. It's like, this is beautiful because we as humans are waking up on Earth, and we will eventually get to where they are.
Yeah, and there's just too many of us that are seeing them in the sky. We just can't deny it.
Yeah, we can't. And when that's not, and we're seeing them, they're being very gentle in the way that we're seeing them. We're seeing them. Some people having direct contact, like Blue mentioned. I want to get her story, but other people are starting to see things gradually, like the orbs, these huge orbs of different colors. That's all part of the gentleness of how they're, presenting themselves to all of us, yourself, myself, and everybody here. Is that we're all collectively in the same galactic boat of seeing these things when we're supposed to.
Yeah, and what fascinates me is that they could be so translucent and so almost transparent and still be an orb and be a spirit and be able
Well,
to.
they would
Yeah.
be they would be well the on the space level they would be more. They could be angelic. They could be different star beings. Some of these orbs are basically spaceships created, as I talked about many times before, that the space people can create a spaceship or an orb based on collective consciousness. So when you see that big orb coming over the coast, and it's like as big as two jets, it's basically created by consciousness, by the space beings, the consciousness. Thank you, F. Pint. So on the other level, that's a different kind of thing. But on the specific levels, the angelic beings, the light beings, all the star people, not every civilization, but a lot of them can create things just by thought.
Yeah, well, also, Commander, while I got you here,
Hmm.
I've been seeing the same number like 3 to 5 times a day.
Hmm.
And what do you think about that? I mean, it's so coincidental. And first, my husband was saying, "Oh, yeah, you're just looking for the number." And now he's starting to see this number.
Oh,
It's
really?
a three-digit number. And I said, "See? I'm not looking for it at all. It just happens to appear in front of me
Appear.
in
And what
different,
is the number that you and your husband are seeing that's the same?
either 117 or 711.
Okay.
And I see it in
So,
license plates. I see it in,
yeah.
uh, serial numbers. Like I'm a merchandiser, so I see it on boxes. And
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
I'll check
interesting.
the time on my phone, and it'll automatically say 711. And I said, "Look, I was just looking at my phone."
Yeah, if someone's saying in the audience, look up angel numbers. Numbers have a lot of meanings. I'm not a numbers guy, so I don't really, people have shown me what certain numbers mean, like 999 and certain
Thanks,
things over
Daddy.
the years.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, because now I know a lot of things, but that one thing with numbers, I know there's a connection. If you're seeing those numbers, I just honestly don't know what that means. It
Yeah.
has a meaning. It obviously does. If your husband who didn't believe it is now seeing it, there's something going on there.
Yeah, it's really strange. And
Yeah,
I have been seeing a few little orbs, but they're so small.
yeah.
But yeah, they don't bother me.
No,
I'm okay
and
with it.
you feel the energies, herbalist. You're there. So if you feel comfortable with what you're seeing, the thing is, as you learn the experiences of the space people, if it is space people, they can come, like my friend James. Yes, you are. The orbs that he sees all over the place are all intergalactic light beings that are in an orb formation or come to him in orbs, tons of them. And so for him, I've learned from him over the years that these specific orbs have relationship to a higher frequency of vibration. So there are different kinds of orbs, and the ones I talk about are mostly the ones that are galactic type of orbs, or those kinds of spacey kind of things. So you can find out what's happening with these orbs. You can actually through meditation, I think, and I know you could, is just ask where are these orbs? Are they light beings in an orb? Visual orb. What are they? You can just telepathically ask that question, and I'm pretty sure you'll get the answer.
Yeah, I do a lot of meditation already. And
Oh, you do?
Ryan,
Okay, good.
my guardian angels trying to tell me something. That's what Ryan
Yeah,
said.
yeah. So if you have guardian angels, you also want to hook up with my friend April, Friends with Fairies.
Yeah,
she's
I
been
already
she's been
follow her.
Yeah, we've been working together since I first got on TikTok, and she's been going off planet over hundreds of times. I don't even keep count anymore to get us prepared for contact. So yeah, the angels are really a good way.
I felt so sorry for her the other day. She was in the hospital, or she got out of
Yeah.
the hospital and didn't have a ride home.
Oh
And
my God.
so it was, and she had 2 hours to get her home, no money in the bank. And it was really awesome that a community got together and put $80 into her account. And
Yeah.
then she was able to get a ride
Yeah.
home. But
That's a beautiful thing. She deserves it. She's a beautiful soul, and
yeah,
yeah, she's doing a lot of
definitely.
work. But hey, Herbalist, I thank you for coming up here. Definitely check into, I would say tonight, I think the number thing is fascinating, but I wish I knew more how to translate that. That's one of the few things I'm very weak at is the number system on this whole galactic thing.
Yeah, I'll let you
Yeah.
know as soon as I find out.
No, good. Herbalist, everybody, I want to thank you for being here always. I'll bring you down so you can watch the show.
Thanks,
And you've
Commander.
been our first guest always. We love you, and we'll bring
Love
you
you
down.
too.
Let me do this
Okay, see
here.
you later.
And Herbalist, everybody. Now let me see who I've got in queue. You're watching Encounters, and I'm bringing up a half a pint. There's a half and a pint, so I'm going to bring them both up. There's one half of a pint, or is it a pint and a half? It's actually half pint. Hey, how you doing, half pint?
Hey guys,
Hey there. Hey, Mary and Ray, how you doing?
pretty good. How you doing?
Good. You're out in the safe. You're out in your new location, correct?
Oh yeah, we're at the park right now.
Oh, good. Away from all that other stuff. Good. And what's
Yeah,
happening? I know with you guys, everything's always happening. The other night we were on, you heard the sound that you were getting ready to go on a ship. We ended the conversation. Remember? You heard like
yeah.
a sound. What happened? Can you explain to us what happened that night?
No, well, I don't remember yet. They're not allowing us to remember yet.
I'm gonna have to have a little conversation with the Anunnaki here about this.
All
Not,
right.
your family, you know them. I mean, come on, guys. Anunnaki. Yeah, they can't remember yet. They're supposed to remember right away, but it doesn't work
Well,
that way,
check
does it?
this, Commander. Check this out. So I'm standing under about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There must be 50 ships above me right now.
Right. So we'll take your word for it, just because of the nature of our knowledge of you and Ray having contact and
Yeah,
documenting it. Even though we can't see what you're looking at, we'll have to just and unless you shoot your camera up in the sky and we can take a look that way.
I
You're
can.
looking
I
straight
can.
up.
I can look. Here, hold on. Let me
Okay,
change
she's
my
going to shoot the
camera.
camera. So we want to see if there's 50 spaceships. And Leslie's asking if you remember going on the ship. So now she's going to show us
Let's see.
where she is. Oh, she's in a really open area out there.
Oh
She's in
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
I'm like way out in the open. Hold on, let me find one that's lighting up for me.
Why don't you call one of those ships down closer to the car? You can do it. I have complete
Right
faith.
there. See him?
I
Hang
see.
on.
Yeah, I see
Let
something.
me see if I can get out of this
But
light.
there's a
Oh,
light.
right here. Hold
Yeah,
on. I got you one.
there's
Right
light. A
here.
light reflection. Let's see, because you got to go past the light. We can see there's one right there. Can you keep walking? Walk past that light where it's darker. Get out of the light area.
Yep.
Here I
Hold
am, CmdrAleon, giving you directions in Pennsylvania on how to
on.
look at the spaceship.
Hold on. I got to get out from underneath these lights. Hold on.
Good thing I'm giving you directions about how to look at the spaceship.
Right.
So even if I go down and I make her thing bigger, it won't make any difference. The screen won't be any bigger than it is right now.
Yeah,
Um,
guys. So you guys have to understand where I'm at. So I'm way out in the boonies in the Appalachians, right? So I got all sorts of stuff happening here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get them.
Now you're out of the dark. Now tell us where the ship is if you can find it.
All right. Right there.
There
See
it
him?
is. So that dot there. Can you explain how you know it's a ship?
It's my starship.
Okay, so
Where'd
now
it go?
the light, okay, right there, there it is. Keep your camera on that thing. Let's keep looking at this for a little bit. So right now we're live with Mary up in the Appalachian Mountains. She says that is, and I'm just narrating here, that is your starship, correct?
Yep. Keeps
Okay,
going in and out.
so
See?
yeah, so let's watch this. This is going to be interesting. So as we watch what she's recording, and this is live, okay, look at it. It's at, there's no trees to block it. Is there any trees over there?
Nope, not where I'm pointing
No,
at.
no. Okay, so I'm trying to get everything out of the way that can possibly say
Come on
there's
back.
trees
Come
going
on
in there.
back. Light. Light up,
Okay,
light up,
okay,
light up,
let's
light
see.
up.
Let's see if the thing
There you
comes back.
go.
This will be, there it is. To see it faded out. There's no trees. We know she's out there, so she knows the territory. There's no trees there. Look at it. It's getting brighter. Get brighter.
Come on, light up, light up, light up, light up for me.
A little
Light
bit
up,
of
light up, light up.
C5 here tonight. Light up, light up, light up.
Huh?
Look at that thing. And there's nothing blocking it.
Uh-uh.
And this is, how high in the sky is this from your location? Look at it. Just went out.
Well, they're above the tree line. They're not far up above that tree line.
All right. So when the light's going out, it's above the tree line. There's no way, there's no tree blocking its
No.
light. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. All right. So right now, we are looking at potentially a spaceship in the Appalachian area where Mary is right now. And she's got a live camera on that dot. So if you see that dot, look at it. It definitely, let's see if we can get it to go brighter. Collectively, let's all
light up,
do
light
this.
up, light up. Light up for me. Come on,
Let us
buddy.
light up. Let's get some lighting going here in the sky there. Don't be shy, you know. And yeah, look at that thing. It is brighter. Look at it. Get brighter. Get a little bit brighter. You're being watched by a whole lot of people around the world. So let's get something going here. This is what I love about the show.
Show them that you're there. Light up, light
We
up,
are,
light up.
you know, you're safe to light up here. We want to see you. It's getting bigger. Let's see if we'll get bigger. Get bigger. Pulsate some light. Get bigger, please. Get bigger, bigger, bigger. Pulsate stronger. Oh, it just popped out.
Yep.
It knows
It'll come back.
I think it knows we're here.
Yeah.
It knows it's being watched on intergalactic.
Oh, there he is. See?
Look at it. There it comes back. If you're not watching this show right now and you're scanning TikTok, you're missing out on something really incredible, which happens every once in a while on my show. And when you're sitting there and explain to people, Mary, how you know it's a ship. But you can see it just went out. There's no trees blocking it. And yeah, they're playing hide and
This
seek.
is the same ship that follows us around.
Really?
Yeah.
If that ship were, are you able to look at? Let's see if we can get that light back. Come on back. Come on back out.
Light up, light up, light up, light up. Come on. Come on back.
Maybe they'll listen to you, you know? Now, if you notice that was not a star. That thing just totally went out.
Where'd he go?
Let's see where it is. Let's all focus.
There he is.
There it is. It's coming back. Let's all focus on that spaceship that she's viewing on her camera. Let's all focus and see if we could bring it there. Come on back. Where is it? It just went out of the thing.
Wait. Come on, you guys. Keep going out and in.
You're a little bit off. There you go. You're almost center. You're the right center. Right there. Okay, stop. Right there.
Light up, light up, light up. Come on, everybody wants to see. Light up for me.
No flashlight. They're in the Appalachian Mountains. Her and her husband have had contact for a couple of years now. There it is. It's coming back and see it. So it's coming into our vibrational frequency, and it's dimming out. Come on back. Get brighter. I think we all focus our attention on this object, we'll have some interesting stuff going here. Miles of Iron said, I've seen the same thing in Mass. I'm in Connecticut. Good to have you with it, Miles. Good to be with us, Miles of Iron. Let's see here. There it is. See it? So right now we're doing kind of a C5 here, spontaneously speaking, on encounters. And we have Mary with us in the Appalachian Mountains showing us, this is, oh, you recorded. Oh, good, Miles.
Hang on, I might have
Okay.
another one here that's brighter too. Hold on.
She's going to be
I
showing
got
us,
a whole bunch of them here. So
yeah.
hold on, let me see if I can get this one.
And she's in a small little area up in the Appalachians.
All right,
And another,
there he is.
okay, so there's one there. Now,
Come on, there
let's
you
see if
go.
that one
Come
will
on,
come
come
out.
on,
Let's
come
see
on.
here.
Light up, light up, light up, light up.
So now we're looking to see what happens here. So it's funny how they're playing.
That one totally disappeared.
Yeah, that one did. But so far you've shown us two potentials. The first one going in and out of the frequency,
Oh
and
yeah,
then yeah,
they're being ornery right now.
Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes is going to be our next guest. I'm following Bright Eyes.
Where'd you go?
She sees starships and orbs. Bright Eyes, you'll be our next guest on here.
All right,
Bright
come
Eyes.
on, you
So
guys.
good evening, Bright Eyes. Good to meet you, by the way.
Come on, light up
Encounters.
for me. There's about 50 of you guys here. You should be able to be doing something. Come on. Nope, they're not gonna let me.
No. Well, you know
No.
they control the game. Casey, good to
Yep.
see you. So you got to see a little bit with Mary of the first one. That particular ship, she says, follows her all over the place, and you can see it went in and out on the screen where she is, and there were some. So where she is,
there's,
they've been coming in and out a little bit.
there's another one up here, but I can't get them because of that light.
Yeah, if you can get past the light, then you'll be able to do it. If you get beamed up on the ship while we're on live, that will be a breaking news story on Encounters. I can see you now. I can see you now, Mary, floating up above the walking area where you are. A blue beam of light comes down, and two beautiful space people come and bring you on the spaceship. I'm
Yep.
narrating the potential story here tonight of you going and Ray being also taken on the spaceship.
So, Commander, where I'm at, okay? So, this is ancient land, and
Okay.
it's 300 million years old. See that ship right there?
Uh,
Blinking?
oh yeah, you got to know. Can you
You
zoom
can
in on that
barely see
light?
him.
Yeah.
That's the third ship so far.
So, and she was saying she's seeing about 50. Do you know the difference? Is it clear skies where you are?
Oh, yeah. It's really clear tonight. Hang on, let me go over here a little further and see if I can get him to come in. They're just being ornery tonight. So if they don't want me out,
Yeah.
out running around, they won't show me because I'm like out in the woods, so there's no telling what's around me right now.
Yeah, Miles of
You
Iron
know what
is
I
saying,
mean?
Miles of Iron has said, have you guys ever thought about getting better recording equipment or cameras or whatever?
Man, I wish I could. I've been
Mhm.
trying. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Come on, buddy, light up for me. Come on. Where are you? Come on, come on. People want to see. Nope,
You
they're
know,
not letting me.
yeah, but we got to see a little bit. When they're ready to have everybody in our show see them when you're live, they'll probably show themselves.
Yeah, and
I got a feeling.
I got like tons of triangles sitting above me too. So
Yeah, yeah. And again, they're in the Appalachian Mountains in a small, very small town in the country out there. So, just to give people background, Mary and Ray have been having contact for over 3 years, and they left the area where they were originally because there was other extraterrestrial beings, not of the light, that were trying to interfere with their contact with the Anunnaki. They have a whole story behind it as contactees, and so now they're in a much better place. That's not happening, and they're well protected by the Anunnaki.
yeah, they're not letting me show anymore. I don't
Yeah.
think they want me out and about because. Oh, and by the way, Bigfoot came to visit me last night.
In the area where you are right now,
Yep, I got a
and can you
picture of him.
explain? Can you show us a picture of the Bigfoot?
I can't bring up my pictures for some reason.
You can't bring up your pictures. Okay.
I don't know why it won't show me all of them, but I can't figure
Yeah.
it out. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I seen Bigfoot last night. It was pretty cool.
All right. Well, when you can send me the picture and I'll show it to people. Email
Okay.
me the picture and I can show it on Encounters, and you'll just
Okay.
narrate and I'll have you on to narrate what it is. You know.
Oh yeah, they're being little buggers, man. They're not allowing me to show any of them.
Yeah. There could be a reason. Well, I think if you just telepathically communicate with them, you'll probably have more possibilities with that.
Yeah, I'm still kind of learning how
And
to get them to. I don't
what
know.
people have,
I
and what
guess
people
it's
have
a
to know
little
about,
harder for me. I guess.
well, one thing that people should know about the Sasquatch is that because of the way humans have treated them, the Sasquatch are very, very advanced. If
Oh, there
you,
it is. Look, it's lighting up for you.
oh, there's
See, I'm barely.
another, yeah.
Come on, light up, light up, light up. There you go. Come on. Light up for me. You can get brighter.
And we're going to bring, let's see, the woman who I was just looking at earlier. Let me go back to her comment. Let's see here.
Okay, Commander, it's cold out here. I got to get back in the car.
I'll let you go. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
go. So I'll see about this other woman I want to bring up too. And if anything crazy happens, just go in the queue. If like the ship comes really low near your car, I want to see that.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Okay, we're gonna let Half Pint down. When we get this other person up, everybody, Half Pint always glad to have Half Pint up here in the Appalachians. Let me see if I can find the woman who just earlier was saying something. Let me see here. We could go backwards. Okay. Let's see here. Bright Eyes, I think it is. Bright Eyes. That's right. Let's see. Bright Eyes. Yep. So Bright Eyes, we want Bright Eyes to come up. Bright Eyes, are you out there? Where's Bright Eyes? I'm interested in her story. Bright Eyes, where are you? You're watching Encounters, and you haven't missed anything here. We started at 11. It's now about 11:35. 2 hours of Encounters tonight up until 1 a.m. We have the Galactic Ambassador. Well, that sounds like a good name. I like the name Galactic Ambassador. Hey, everybody coming in here. Welcome. God is love. Good to see you. Everybody out there. Keith Stead. And Bright Eyes. Where's Bright Eyes? Yeah. Do you know how to send you a video says it's too large to email? It's interesting. Orb shifts. Interesting. Email tends to be the best way to send it to me, if there's a way. Unless you edit the the video, then that might be the way to do it. Let's see here. Hey, Starkey, welcome everybody. So there's a lot. Hey, Green Eyes and Liberation, welcome. Namaste, everybody coming in here. Hey, Hetty, Skipper, Nicole. Yeah, make it into small clips. I think then I'll be able to see it. Buddy, Cindy Lou. So there's a lot going on. Like I say, they're friends of mine, like Half Pint, that Mary and Ray. They've been having contact for over 3 years. And I think, for the email, a mile of iron, send it to my email for the show, CmdrAleon at AOL.com. I haven't looked at my email. I usually look at my emails every day, but I haven't looked at it in a day or two. And yeah, just follow me and press the red button on my live here, my bio. Just press the follow and like button as well. And I'll do the same thing back, which I am doing now. So there's a lot going on here, we're in a major shift on our planet in so many ways. For the last couple of weeks, it's been really amped up. I know everybody's been feeling this energy shift happening in their bodies and affecting you in all different ways. And it's time for us to let's see here. Leica says the sky lit up above my house. Interesting. Interesting. You know. But A11Y K4T, that energy will pass. I think what's happening is there's so much energy coming into the earth now, it's just affecting the consciousness. A blue portal? I did not see that. And I look at a lot of things. I have not seen this blue portal. Okay. Oh, Allie. Okay, Allie. Good to see you, Allie. Nice to meet you. The things we just saw from what Half Pint was sharing, those were she has contact with what they call the Anunnaki spaceships. They've had better pictures where when they were in their new other location, the ship was still in a country area. The ships would come over their house. You know, birds. Okay, birds of flight. Let's see. Says I saw a. I'm gonna see. Let's see if we can bring birds of flight up. I saw a blue beam last night. Let me see if birds of flight will come up and share that story. A blue beam. They said they saw last night. Let's see if we can get them come up on encounters. Birds and flight. Come on up. There's a little guest button there. You can go into the queue. Ah, there they are. And we're going to follow Birds of Flight. Hey, Birds of Flight, how are you?
Yes, hello,
Birds
I'm
of...
good.
Good. Can I be you on camera?
No, I'm in bed as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't worry.
Sorry.
So tell us about this thing with the blue beam you saw the other night.
Well, it was last night, and I was out in my yard, and I'm kind of out in the Atlantic and the Gulf on an island, and I just seen this blue flash in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of looked around and I go, well, would think that it would have been like the airport,
Yeah.
the light from the airport, but and it only happened once, so
Yeah.
that was
Well,
my
I mean, that's
experience that evening.
pretty dramatic. What did you think about that light, though? What did you meditate afterwards or close your eyes and try to reflect on the
Oh,
light and what it was?
I didn't get too worried about it. It was just a unique phenomena that happened, and so I'll just keep my eyes out,
Yeah.
keep
You say you're on
looking.
an island. Where's the island located? In the Pacific or the Atlantic?
In the Keys, Key
Oh, you're in
West.
the Keys. Oh, Key West. Okay, you're all the way down there. Well, you're in the Bermuda Triangle. Do you know about the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes, I am very familiar with the
Yeah,
Beamer.
you're in the triangle there. It definitely hits your area. So now we can speculate, which means that doesn't mean I know what it is. But how long did the blue beam last?
Just a flash, just
Just a
enough
flash?
to, yeah, just enough to know that it was there, and it almost looked like that it had like also a red hue to it.
Really
Yeah, when
interesting.
yeah,
Wow. Now I've
and
never
it
been down
wasn't
to the
that I
Keys.
could,
Yeah.
and I didn't have a good sight of the
Right.
sky because I'm kind of down in a little hole
Mhm.
where my yard is. I'm
Hmm.
surrounded by a fence, so.
Okay. Hmm.
But I
Well,
was aware enough to see it.
I think that's a beautiful thing. If you can see something like that, Not everybody can say for a few seconds or what have you, they saw a blue beam of light like that. And certainly that's not something that is terrestrial in nature from telling me the story. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it came out of the ocean, this beam, or whether it was heading down from space. That's the unknown question, the unknown answer, really. But it's fascinating that just that little moment of time, you saw that the other night. Interesting.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that. It was, coming down from the sky. It was
Right.
like that. It just spread out when it
Really?
flashed. Yeah,
It spread out. That's even more interesting. And then it disappeared. Correct.
correct. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. We'll all have to ponder that story and try to think about what that is, because it is an unknown situation I've never heard of. I've heard of beams of light coming out of nowhere, but I've never heard a story like this before on the show. Very interesting. Okay, birds. I
I
want to
do
thank
have
you
to
then.
say,
You can.
yes, yes. Thank you very much for having me up.
Yeah, every little story is a part of the puzzle of what we're trying to do is get all the answers. And so everybody who shares a story, it's beautiful here because other people say, "Oh, she saw this blue beam, this light." It's not only going to make people think about that, and what does that mean? And what is really going to happen? And are you going to have other things happen? One of my friends, Mary, who was just on here, said that like could be activation, like you're being activated by seeing that. I didn't think about that, but you could be now exploring different conscious possibilities within your own self regarding that.
Yes, those things have been occurring.
Yeah. So there's something connected with that for you to see it around nobody else and you're the one seeing it. Probably has to do with consciousness, with the elevation of consciousness.
Well, that's a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And as Nazella says, a lot of activations are going on. I think that happens to be true as well. Hey, and Bird, what's your first name? Just so I can, instead of calling you a bird,
Sharon. Sharon.
Sharon. Nice, Sharon, everybody. Nice to meet you, Sharon. Welcome. I'm glad you came on Encounters, No One Spiritual UFO Talk Show. You're on TikTok, and we thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right,
I'll
we're going to bring
continue
Sharon
watching.
down in the beautiful Keys out there in Florida on the island. Welcome, everybody, to the show. You're watching Encounters. This is the spaceship. And speaking of blue beams, I completely forgot this picture had a blue beam going right down to Earth. Talk about synchronicity. Blue beam going down to Earth. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And we've had Mary in the Appalachians, Shari on the islands in the Keys. And who else has revelations of stories regarding their contact with the space people, or seeing kind of weird cosmic things in the sky? Because there's a lot of that going on too. But I want to show you, and again, I want to get your opinion on this. This is coming out of Phoenix, I think Phoenix, Arizona. I'm up in the air about whether this is jets coming into formation to go land or what. So we're going to see this. There's a few videos here. I'm just going to see here. So some of these things this is an airline flight from 6 days ago. Odd light seen from a plane above Somalia. But it could be stars, you don't know. Someone's recording stuff. Or it could be other things. But this other one here, I'm going to show you. This is coming from, this is over, let's see what they say it is. This is over March 21st, North Phoenix, Arizona. You tell me if this is, they're on a major road through Phoenix. Are these airplanes? One of them to me seems like it could be because it's blinking. Are these old planes in formation to go in and land? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the problem with the video because they're moving. The car's moving. You can't tell whether that is true or not. So let's take a gander here, and I want to get your opinion on this video on encounters. Yes. So we're going to show you this here. Tell me what you think. Well, wait a minute. We're going to turn the light off here and bring it closer. Turn the light off here. And we're going to get into showing you this video. This is our UFO video segment. Yes, let us see, what we don't see, or, I want to know what you think. Hold on a second. We're going to switch the camera around. So the question is, $1 million question. Are these jets, commercial airline jets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them's blinking like a jet, I think. Are they all jets, or are these things possibly what this person recorded? They want to know whether they're UFOs or just regular airliners. What do you think? Phoenix has had a lot of sightings over the years, for whatever reason. Now, this is a commercial road, a lot of traffic. They're not in an area where they're pulled over, we're away from the lights and everything. So what do you think? Let me show it to you one more time. Let's see here. And at this point, I would have pulled over and just videotaped. So it's going to get harder to see them as they're driving because they're going through lights and area. Are these all commercial airline flights going into the international airport in Phoenix, or are they planes? What do you think? I don't think they're all planes. I think one of them's blinking like it could be. The other ones aren't blinking at all, but then again, the question is, are they planes or are they not planes? Like Shakespeare would say, that is the question. Shakespeare would say, to be or not to be, that is the question. Yeah. Are they actual spaceships over Phoenix, North Phoenix, or is this person seeing planes? One more time. And I'm basically questioning everything here just because I'm trying to analyze the video. This is from a couple of nights ago on the 21st. Sky says, Skywatcher, they're not planes, they're too close, too many. Daisy Dog says, large ships. To me, they look like ships. I've never seen air jets go in formation like that. I've seen videos where there are jets coming into landing in a light formation, but there's just too many of these objects to be planes. Yeah, there's no navigational lights on any of these. There's no blinking navigation lights. There's nothing like that. Let's show it again. I really appreciate people giving their input on this because we're all in this together, and we need to know whether these are a bunch of planes over the North Phoenix area from the 21st of March, or did they see a bunch of spaceships? And you'll know that the international media or the national news media would not show you this on CBS News or NBC or Fox or any of those networks, right? But you'll see it here because I believe people need to analyze these things and see them. Greg says those are star people. I think he meant star people. They are coming back April 20th, and you know it. Okay, interesting. Let's go back to the camera here. And we'll probably post that video on my Astro Command Spaceship News for people to look at. So thank you very much for looking at the video. And we appreciate people. We'll post that on our main page here later. That was from March 21st. Uh, yes, Yvette, you can definitely come up. Let me bring Yvette up. She'll be our second guest for the night. No, third guest for the night. Actually, maybe our fourth guest. Um, welcome. And I know you have a story to tell. Ah, Yvette, how you doing?
Hi, Commander. How are you?
Good
How you
evening. Can I bring
feeling?
you up? I'm feeling a lot better. I can talk. I would
Good.
say earlier today I had a situation, something I was eating affected my system, but I'm doing okay right now. So
Oh,
uh,
good, good.
yeah, you want to come on camera? Can you do that?
Yeah, you can put me on camera.
Okay, good.
I
That'd be
just put
great.
turn on.
Yeah, just press the save button. Turn on.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there you go. All right, there you
How you
go.
feel? So, Commander, I wanted to come up today because I had another one yesterday, and this is kind of like worrying me because I don't know anything about this, and it's really like I'm really scared now.
Hmm.
The first time that I had contact, I was completely awake, completely. I wasn't even sleeping. And I'm laying down, and for 10 years I have this thing that sometimes something comes in and all of a sudden I'm flying around the house. I've always had that for the past 10 years.
10 years.
But
Okay.
that day that happened to me, but the moment that happened to me, they brought me down and I saw this big blue door in front of me. The door opens and a guy's coming up.
Oh my God.
And and I was wide awake. And I'm saying,
Hmm.
how is it possible that this guy is in my house, in my mind? And I'm
Hmm.
standing here, and all I saw was a big blue door, blue, blue,
Hmm.
blue, and it would start
Ooh.
going down. So he takes his hand and he tells me, "Come down with me." And I went like this. He goes, "Don't be afraid." And I said, no. And he asked me again. And I said, no. So the second time, since I said no, he pulled out his left hand and there was water coming out of his hand, like a fountain was coming out
Wow.
of his hand. And he made me touch the water. I didn't even want to touch the water. And he put his hand up so I could touch the water.
What happened?
Then after that, I come back. It's like they brought me from then he closes the door, he goes down the steps, he leaves, they bring me back to where they left me. I sleep in the living room because my husband passed away 5 years ago. So
Yeah.
ever since he passed away, I've been sleeping in the living room.
Okay.
So I'm looking for my dog. I have a little dog because I got
Yeah.
scared. I said I was
Yeah.
awake. This happened. Who's in my house? I turn all the lights. Nothing. I come back to the couch. I lay down. All of a sudden, Commander, no lie, I hear a vibrating sound so loud, but it
Hmm.
was so loud that I had to put my hand on my right ear because
Yeah.
the vibration, it was too much.
Yeah.
And when I'm gonna turn my head this way to see, because I have two windows here, something just came and shocked me where my chest went up and down.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, when you
Then
say that, Dad, is that like an energy field that hit you? Like an energy?
yeah, it was
Like
like
a.
something, and I didn't get scared like that. I didn't get scared. But in my mind, I was saying to myself, okay, I just saw this man in a blue door
Hmm.
telling me to go down. There was water coming out of his hand. Now I hear a vibration, and I didn't see nothing, but in my mind, it was like a big ball vibrating.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
what I saw in my mind, but I couldn't
Hmm.
see it when I turned around, but it was right next to me. And the moment it got close, it shocked me.
So
The
this is
next,
interesting. Go ahead. So
the next,
go ahead.
the next day, I wake up. Every time I cook, I open my kitchen window. I mean, right now I have a whole bunch of stuff out there that they're all over. I see spaceships. I see everything. I see orbs. I have a spaceship that ever since that happened, that spaceship would not move. He shows up at 7 and he's there till 11:30.
11:30. How big is
Yeah,
the
and he
spaceship?
doesn't
I got
move.
this. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
So this,
and then
how big is this? Yeah, go ahead.
3 days after that, I had taken my dog for a walk. My mother has dementia, and sometimes I bring her from the nursing home to spend time with me. So I was with the dog. I had taken the dog for a walk, and my mother fell asleep. And I laid down again. And the moment I close my eyes, I see the light that I see in the kitchen, the spaceship. There's
Right.
like a light in the middle, and then I can see the spaceship, literally.
Yeah.
And I see that light. All of a sudden, that spaceship started going around and around, and it was all colors: blue,
Really?
purple, yellow. There was very little red, but it was just flying, and I would be looking. The thing was, and I had my eyes closed.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, I hear next to me on the left side somebody breathing, but the whatever was breathing either had like a mask, or it was an
Right.
old person that was barely breathing, because it was like, and I'm
Wait a
hearing
minute.
that on my left
Now,
ear.
was that happen? Let me slow you down. So the spaceship is how high up above your house, spinning around in colors?
I live on a 3-flight condominium,
Okay.
and I'm on the top. I'm on the third
Okay.
floor.
Third floor.
So
So how
it's
high is the ship?
it's not that high up.
Hmm.
And people in
Um,
my
yeah.
building have come to see it, because I have
Oh,
told them and they don't believe me. And I said, look, and
and they
everybody's
see
saying,
it.
yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Interesting. There's so many things here to this story that I'm reading your energy. So first off, the ship, that is another one thing. The breathing, like your sensibility that the person is wearing a mask, they were wearing a space mask, their space suit.
Yeah, I wait. And when when they were breathing, I felt like somebody was on my right side also. There was
Right,
two
right.
people. The person on my right side had something in his hand and put it here and made me look down. And when I looked down, it was like a square, like a block with the same
Block.
color of the spaceship, and it had like a triangle in the middle.
Really interesting. So, before people go to conclusions, I'm reading comments here. Let's not go to conclusions because I can read energy. So I'm reading the story. So far, number one, it doesn't sound like they're trying to show you something. It sounds like from what you're saying from the beginning of the story is they want to show you something. Your brain is saying, no, don't let yourself be shown this. But on another level, you'll know that they're trying. Do you know they are trying to show you something? That's what I'm getting. I don't look at this
I
as
wasn't afraid of the man because he wasn't scaring me. Like I wasn't afraid of
yeah,
him. I was afraid to go down because I saw it was dark, and he was smiling like he was trying to be friendly.
yeah. Let's see here. Definitely. Yeah. So this is my take. I go by my own instincts. Good thing the commander reads energy and stories, and I think that they are not negative. There's no negative intent here. Number one, they over the condo. You're seeing this multicolored spaceship spinning. You're having contact in your room, folks. She's having contact, and she's having physical contact with space people that are somehow trying to get her attention. Tell us about the thing with the space person, early part of your story, which is fascinating, where there was water in the other hand. Tell us about the water thing.
Okay, when he told me to go down, because he asked me twice, and I kept going like this because I was also startled. Like in my mind, it wouldn't not let me concentrate because I'm saying, how did I get from here, like from point A to point B? And I'm saying in my mind, there's somebody in my house.
All right.
So when he's asking me, I was like nervous. Then since there was some reason that he wanted me to touch that water. It was very important to him.
Yeah.
Since I didn't want to go down with him, he said, well, then you're going to touch the water. And there was literally water coming out of his hand,
Yeah. No, I believe that.
like a fountain. And he picked
Yeah.
up his hand so my fingers could touch it. And right after that, He had a ponytail, very tall,
Ponytail and tall, human. Yeah.
and you know those jackets that men use that are long up to the knee?
Yeah.
That type of jacket he had on.
Yeah. When you saw him, what did he look like? Did he look like he was human? Obviously, we know that. Give
Yeah.
us an tell us what he looked like. Did he look like did he have a like spiritual essence to his beingness?
No, but I did see something in his eyes, like his eyes were glassy.
Glassy eyes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he was like laughing all the time, like trying to be friendly, and
Yeah.
I would watch to go down. And his hair was
Yeah.
like grayish and white.
Yeah. No, that's definitely I'm getting they're definitely a high frequency space being.
And what do you think that shock was? That really scared me.
Well, see this is the thing we have to analyze. When you say, Sandra, thank you for doing. If you say that scared me, again, we're human beings, so we are scared by things that we don't understand. The mind, so the
That's what
mind
I
gets scared.
don't know if it's bad or good.
Right. I'm not getting it's bad at all. When you're telling me, and this is coming from the mind concept people, that she's scared. First of all, explaining what you've explained so far, I think what they wanted to do with you is take you to their galactic area where they are, and that was that. But you weren't ready yet because you were scared. Your mind was saying, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." Sometimes the mind is good. Sometimes the human brain could be detrimental to our expanding our consciousness. You know what I mean? So I would say that you have absolute contact with these people right now. You have your. This is what. When did this happen?
Um, this last one with the breathing happened like
Yeah,
4 days ago.
yeah, yeah,
Then yesterday I had a dream that I was with my sister. I've never been to that apartment. It wasn't this one, but I knew I was there in that
yeah.
apartment. And all of a sudden, my apartment was full of orbs. Full. And I told
Really?
close the windows, look at the orbs coming in. But there was a huge one that was following me, but following me. And I
Hmm.
said to myself in the dream, oh my God, look how big this one is.
Hmm.
So when we closed the windows, my sister's looking out the window and she says, Yvette, they're changing everything outside. I said, what do you mean? And when I look, but this was a dream, I've seen flowers growing from the
Yeah,
floor. Like it
yeah.
was a complete, but I saw so many orbs in that dream. And
Right.
it was the same sound of the orb I felt in here. The
Yeah.
same
And
exact.
again, and that is talking about the dream. The other thing with the tall person with the ponytail was not a dream. That was a physical contact, correct?
The one that came when I closed my eyes to calm down,
Right.
to
Yeah.
walk and all that, that was I was awake.
She's
And I
awake.
heard
So,
something on my ear.
hmm, hmm.
I mean, I don't know what they were doing, but I
So,
saw that
yeah,
block, and it had a like a triangle in the middle. I don't know what that means.
it's some sort of messaging device. It's a very advanced device. They were trying to show you something, but you weren't ready for it. You were just taken by surprise by the way it happened. You have the ability now to take the lead on this. What does that mean? That means she has the ability to now communicate with this person with the ponytail and say, I wasn't ready yet. I know you have probably no concept of sometimes human beings, sometimes that they're ready, but they don't know they're ready. So you can communicate tonight with them and just do it telepathically and say that I wish to know your name. Envision the person who is the one with the ponytail. Say, I'm sorry, I was just a little bit kind of taken by surprise. I'd like to know who you are, where you're from. Are you a Christed being of light? And you can ask that question. That's a real key question in terms of what you're having happen here. Um, but I think they want you to go on a journey with them on their ship. And this is not a lower vibrational thing. This is a very high vibrational energy of beingness that you are experiencing. Say
I
again?
was so nervous because I didn't know if it was bad, good, and I'm like, oh my God, what is happening?
No, I don't see anything. I don't feel anything bad. I read stories. I'm right now reading all your energy. This is not something where you had an abduction or anything. This is a
No,
very
no.
beautiful story, and I think there's something very major in your life with this particular being who represents their space group that you're going to find out more information. I'm very interested in the concept of the person, the space being, with a hand with the water, like a fountain. That's something very beautiful about that, and I think you need to communicate with them. They're waiting for you to communicate with them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, he made a point that my fingers touched that water.
Yeah, it was probably a very spiritual reason. Yeah, like Leica, just like I was just saying. She usually says very spiritual, very spiritual. Leica, you and I are in synchronicity here. It's like it's a very spiritual thing. You know, water is a very spiritual thing. There was a reason why, and wherever the space person was taking you, it was probably to bring you into places of enlightenment from where they come from. I get really strong feelings about that, you know?
You think tonight when I go to sleep, tell him to that I would like
I
to see.
Yeah, I think the way I would perceive this, if everyone who's watching this is a great story. We have a vet on here. And where are you located? What part of the world? Just to
In New
give an
Jersey.
idea. New Jersey. Okay, very good. So what I would do is when you go to sleep tonight, I would close your eyes, envision picture the person that was with you, the space being with the water and everything, and communicate and say telepathically, "I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for all this. It happened so quickly. Can you tell me, are you Christed cosmic beings of light, people of light,
Mhm.
Christed beings of light?" And that's the first thing. And wait for a response. And also say, "I'm ready now to experience whatever it is you're trying to show me to expand my consciousness. I'm willing to do this if I understand that you are cosmic Christed beings of light." And I think that is going to be a way for you to facilitate potentially a communications with them. And also just telling your mind to let go of the fear. Like I said before, the mind can be our worst enemy when it comes to contact, or it can be our friend. So the human mind always gets afraid of anything that's out of the ordinary. Um,
Maybe
I
because I
would
was
say, you what?
maybe because I was awake. You know what I mean? I wasn't even sleeping.
You weren't
So it
sleeping. So that,
off guard.
yeah, this kind of caught you off guard, I think, too. You know, it's I think something that I would recommend, and letting us and keep in touch with us on this. Let us know what happens
Oh, I
because
will go.
you're having increasingly. I mean, you're a really active place where you are in New Jersey, and
Mhm.
obviously you're a contactee. Hey, Rebecca in Connecticut, and you're a contactee where you are. I call that a contactee experience. So
Mhm.
I think they're going to come back. But this time now, you don't have to be afraid after talking to me. I would try to find out tonight through consciousness who they are, where they're from.
Okay,
Start building a
Commander.
relationship up with them. Yeah, oh, absolutely. I have no question about that.
Thank you
I'm
so
really
much.
interested. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, look, your story's been phenomenal, and I want to see what happens with it.
I will. I'll be in contact with you.
Okay, sounds good, Yvette. I'm going to bring her down.
Okay.
Everyone's thank her for being up here and sharing the story. We definitely all want to know. I appreciate that story so much. This is the kind of thing that gets me so interested when people tell their stories like this. You never know what a person's story is. Her story is phenomenal. She's got an experience happening that, yeah, it's totally amazing. And I help clarify stuff. You know, if you don't know what to do with the story and you're having the experience, just see me. Let's see. Bella says they've had a lot of contact too. And Bella said before, and I think let's see, Bella has experience. Let's see what she says here. Going backwards, she's in New York, and she says, "I'm going to bring her up. Could go backwards here. I'm in New York and have UFO sightings." So let's see, Bella. We'll bring Bella up here, up in New York somewhere. Let's see if I can find Bella here. She was here just a minute ago. I have to go backwards again. I'm a Palladian starseed, Bella. If she wants to come up, we'll bring her up. Lorna, have a good night. Thanks for being here. Good to see you, Lorna. Molly, welcome to the show. You're watching Encounters. And let's bring everybody in here. Come on, folks. Let's get the numbers up there. We're at over 300. We can get up to 400 or 500 here. Let us keep going. It's early. We got less than an hour left. So let's bring more people in here, wherever they are. Bring them in, tug them in, invite them in. Let's get up to 400 folks here tonight. And good to have you all with us on Encounters. Thank you. Okay, Mike, I appreciate that, man. I'll take a look at it. That's Ellie, Nicole. Ellie. We'll have Ellie on again. Laura, welcome to the show. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Auntie, welcome, Auntie. Thank you, Cold Feet 1976. We appreciate you that as well. Yeah, I did 007. I'm still analyzing it, though. I'm still analyzing your video stuff that you sent me, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Nicole. We appreciate the compliment. That's why our show is number one, because of the nature of the way we do our show for the last 3 years. Shows come and go, or people come and go. We're here for the long haul here on TikTok. And let's see here. So we know, hey, Tammy, we know a lot of people are having experiences. Now, Yvette is in New Jersey. Thank you. I'm going to take a look at that later. And, it's a lot of people are having these very personal connections. Thank you, Jeremy, with what I call contactee experiences. So Yvette is a contactee, not an abductee. There's a big difference. And what's beautiful is she sees a multicolored spaceship in New Jersey above the condo spinning, changing colors. And then she has space people coming in her house, which kind of caught her off guard, but they weren't abducting or anything. They were negative. They were trying to, they don't know how you do the talking to a human being. They come and they're trying to make contact, Thank you, Lillian. Hey, Elma. Welcome, Jenny. Welcome, Janie. Helen Battle S. Welcome, Helen Battle S. to Encounters. Deshanda. Welcome. Marina Galaxy. Bonnie Ellis. Welcome back, Bonnie. Rhino Pictures. Telepathy, Colty. Yeah. Telepathy is something that I think people can learn. I think all of us here, if you don't know how to do telepathy, it's just basically talking without speaking with words like we are now. It's basically going into your consciousness and taking another person, sitting next to them in a room, looking at them, and just talking to them through your consciousness. That's what we call telepathy. Oh, that's weird. Well, Bonnie, welcome back. Uh-oh. Hey, Arizona, good to have you with us. Everybody coming in here, welcome. Paranormal Ghostbusters, welcome. Hey, Timmy. Daryl, I think Daryl. Let's see who else we got here. Bono, 123. You're welcome, Linda. We're glad to have you here as well. Yeah, we're definitely amped up. We're still dealing with this thing that's happening. And I am doing everything I can to get rid of it, but we will. I'm able to talk, which is good. Everyone isn't going to see or feel the energy. You do it all the time. Gigi Daniels, welcome. Charles, thank you, Charles, for being here. Jaros, thank you for the share. Rhonda, hey, Rhonda. Anna, Rachel, everybody coming in here to Encounters. I didn't see my dad show up that night. But definitely, I feel that hopefully they will at some point. I didn't see that happen yet. I would know it if it happened, but nothing has happened so far. Hey, Rachel. Good to have you with us. Moon Bear, welcome, Moon Bear. Sharona, welcome, Sharona. User 979. And D, welcome to Encounters. Hey, Marlene, love and light back to you. Wilma, hey, Wilma, welcome to the show. You know, it's been a long time since we've had anybody on who's been, let's say, top security clearance. We've had, over the years, we've had people on here with top security clearance who shared information. These days, and on TikTok, there are people that have top security clearance that use TikTok, you know? So, yeah, very much a lot going on. And, you know, even without the top security clearance system or whistleblowers, we've had more experiences here without the government people coming on and sharing information. And it's been amazing, you know? And we're here till 1 a.m. exactly. That's right. Did that ship you were seeing ever visit you again? Um, the ship I saw? No, I didn't. I only saw it for a couple of nights. And I haven't seen it again in that one area when I got out. Well, now it's daytime, so I don't see anything when I look there during the day. At 6 o'clock when I get out, I just see, you know, bright light and I don't see anything. Yeah, the people that laugh, Jeremy, about contact, they're just not awake yet. They just don't understand what's going on, what's happening. They will. They'll eventually see it, and then you'll have the last laugh when the contact happens. Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. Facts for real. Yeah. Tiffany, welcome. Yeah, yeah. I'm being allowed to film more and see more. Good, Mike. Yeah, the more you can document, the better. Yeah, I told Belladonna, she's been on our show before. I tried to tell her that the Zeta are not there to help her, but she's had contact with them, and I've been trying to, the last 2 years, trying to get her disconnected from them. And it seems like she wants to have contact with them, so yeah. She's been on the show before. Yeah. Elizabeth says, is it also connected with me and told me not to be afraid. It felt peaceful and warm. Let me bring this person up here. I'm going to bring born in Croatia, Elizabetha. Elizabetha, come on up. I'd like to hear your story.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing
Hi.
great, Commander. How are you? I love your show.
Good. Oh, thank you. I want to bring you on camera if that's possible. I just pressed the little button there. If you
Oh, I
save
look
it.
horrible.
Oh, don't worry about that. I look even worse. Everyone tells me I look horrible. You're probably just as, good looking as I am.
Yeah, I took a nap. I just woke up and I saw your show. So,
Oh, good, good, good. That's even better. You have the natural wake up look. There you
right.
go.
Well, thank you for having
So,
me.
yeah, tell us what's going on, where you are.
Well, I live in, well, near a suburb of Chicago, Rockford,
Yeah.
Illinois.
Okay, Rockford,
Um,
already.
I haven't, now there have been sightings in Chicago, and some of my friends have said they work third shift and they drive. One does like repo, and she says that she's seen some lights, and because she sees a lot of things in the dark, when she's driving in the night, she works
Yeah,
third
yeah.
shift. She does
Okay.
repo stuff, so she's looking out for cars.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've asked her, and she says that she's seen some things, um, and like lights and blinky lights and things like that. I haven't seen them out here, but I don't know. That's why I thought I thank you for bringing me up here, because if I just want some clarity. Um, I had a dream. I was walking, and it felt so real. And I keep telling everyone, I know that I had to have been somewhere, because when you feel what you feel, you can't explain anything else different than what you feel. So
Hmm.
I was walking in a path. I don't know, it was like a park or a path. I saw myself walking, and I saw an orb right next to me, just like the ones that are being seen out there. And it was like a really bright, shiny looking star orb, shiny, beautiful. And I kept looking at it. I kept looking as I was walking, and I wasn't scared. I didn't, it seemed like as if I knew it was just following me. And
Hmm.
then I turned around and I looked at it, and it kind of like connected with me. Like I felt as I was reaching up, because I wanted to touch it. It just, and I'm not lying. My mother's in heaven, so I swear to God, I felt peaceful. I felt warm. I felt like I was in another place. I've had, when I was young, I had a priest when I was 12. He touched me on the forehead, and I fell really quick, like a feather, like I melted like butter, like a feather. And I fell
Yeah.
back, and I felt this warmth, like I was in some other dimension. That was when I was 12. And I never forget
Wow.
that, because I'm in my 40s now. So this dream, it's always going to be with me, because it felt so real. And what I felt was peace. What I felt was
Yeah.
warmth. And it
Yeah.
said, you see, don't be afraid. You see, like kind of just letting me know, don't be afraid, not to be afraid. And it's like,
Yeah.
I wanted to feel that again. Like I wanted to feel what I was feeling, but it was,
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I wish people would know what I felt in my body. And ever since then, I wasn't afraid. Like after that, I tell people, don't be afraid. They're not going to hurt you. Like I feel like I'm this testimony now, that I tell other people who are freaking out, or they're, confused. They don't know what to think, or they're scared, or they're saying, I'm freaking out. I don't, now I tell them to be calm, that they're not here to hurt us. They're really, it's really beautiful. I don't know
Yeah.
how else to explain it, Commander. I really
Well,
don't, but I'm not
I think
crazy.
you're not crazy. A lot of times people come on here and think they're crazy, but I tell people you're not crazy, because of the society we live in. People have been called crazy for seeing these things, or excuse me, or having these experiences, but you're not crazy. If anything, I call some of the dreams a cosmic dream. It's a place where you're dreaming of what's really going on.
Yeah, I think I'm in touch with the reality of what's going on, and I'm not in
Yeah.
denial. And I think maybe this is why this happened. And one time I went to church, I took a picture of the church when I was leaving, because it looked so pretty. It was during the Serbian, I'm Croatian and Serbian. So it's an Orthodox church, and we had our Christmas like around, January 6th, and we
Hmm.
celebrate it because we go by the old calendar. And it was a ceremony that we do. So after that, I was leaving home, went in my car, and it was really very, very dark where I was at. Like it's out in the boonies, like, out in the country. And it was pitch dark. So when I took a picture of it, rolled down my window, took a picture of it, because the church looked really pretty with the lights and everything. Now when I zoomed in, because I noticed there was like a star, I'm like, well, that can't be the North Star, I don't know what it was, but when I zoomed in, if there's any way that I could send you the picture, when I zoomed in and I kept zooming, there were three lights, three blue lights.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
I've seen
wow.
those pictures. I've seen those pictures with other people that post, or like when they go on live and they're showing the orbs over in New Jersey and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They look like that.
Oh, wow.
So that
Interesting. Very interesting.
it was something. It was up above the church, like of course in the sky, and I caught it on camera. So when I zoomed in, because it brought my attention, I know that stars can be like a little blurry, but
Hmm.
it was three turquoise colors, like a
Oh,
triangle.
wow. Hmm.
I
Oh,
have to
wow.
send that to you, and then you can zoom it
Yeah.
in. You can see yourself. But I was like, "Is that what I?" That was strange, like
Yeah. That's very
So I
strange.
don't know if that had anything to do with it because it was after that I had this dream. But I'm in touch with reality. I'm in touch with what's going on. I'm very open minded to it. Yes, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I also believe that you know there's something else out there. We're not
Right.
alone, and I
We're
don't
not. We're
feel
not alone.
fear.
Yeah. See, that's the main thing. When you don't feel the fear and you know we're not alone, that's a very cosmic, enlightened understanding of things in your life because, we all have things we're brought up with, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Catholic, whatever,
Hmm.
is unrelated to our cosmic experiences. They're actually real. So,
True, true,
uh,
true.
you know, so everything has a synergy of energies. So when we have more cosmic, regardless of where we came from as a kid growing up, whatever our
Hmm.
parents went to a church or whatever is almost immaterial now because now your consciousness is expanding to a level of understanding the cosmic realm.
Yeah, that's true. And I came here when I was young
Yeah.
from, well, it used to be Yugoslavia, but I was born in Croatia. But I asked my dad, well, what do you think? He's like 74 years old, with
Mhm.
all what's going on. And he says, well, we're not alone. He goes, of course, you have to think that there's something out there other than us.
Right.
So he's even open minded to that. And he's very, old fashioned.
Old fashioned. Well, the fact that he says we're not alone means he's might be old fashioned, but he's living. He understands he can't keep his consciousness closed to the fact that something else is going on.
Yes, yes. And that's why I wanted to know if I felt this, okay, it made it maybe a bit a dream, but that dream was real. That dream, I felt, I saw it, I seen it following me. I connected with it. I looked at it because I was curious also because it was following me.
Yeah.
And then to feel warmth. It was like almost like an out of body, like you just feel warm from your head to toe, and
Yeah.
just to, I heard this conscious like something saying to me, like, don't be afraid. You see, you don't have to be
Yeah.
afraid.
That's right.
So there was this
I
overwhelming peace and everything with me, and then I tell people don't be afraid.
yeah.
I figured that if we were to be afraid, if something bad was going to happen, it had already happened. I tell people
Right. That's right.
we have
I
no
mean, the fact,
control as humans here on this
no.
earth, in this body. We don't have no control over anything in this world. If things are going to happen, they're going to happen. Not
Right.
one of us have any control over it. So if they were out to get us and they were so like really in the evil part, or like they wanted to hurt us or do something bad to this world,
Right.
I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're here to enlighten us, I think, to make us better humans. I'm a very nurturer, very kind, loving, peaceful, forgiving, and I don't know, do they connect more with people like that? I don't know. Maybe my past, I've gone through some horrible chapters in my life that no one would even imagine, but I'm here today to testify that there's a
Yeah.
God, and if you're good, good comes to you.
Yeah.
And
And I think that again, I mean, we've dealt with stories here regarding 70 years of the negative ETs doing their thing, But
Mm-hmm.
I will say this really very strongly about what I feel regarding the nature of our planet and the nature of humanity and the nature of space.
That's right.
We are going to have contact. We already are. We have individuals like just before who are having contact with space people. And you've listened to the interviews tonight of people that are having contact. I think that you're going to be one of those people too, or maybe you already are, on some level, starting to have contact and you're not afraid. But I
No, and
think
I'm
contact,
I'm I'm willing to, if that's my path, if I can make a change, a difference, and they want to use that with me and what's inside
right?
me, my
Yeah,
spirit, I'm okay with that, because we
right.
should be at peace. We
Yeah,
should make the world better.
yeah.
This world is precious.
It
And I
really
think the
is.
denial of people, they're such in denial. And I think that's where fear comes. And when they're in denial, they're not in touch with, I'm a realist. So,
Yeah, there was this blue image I've seen of a blue spiraling energy. I don't know if it's a ship or what it is, but it made the rounds the last few days ago here. It's not been seen too much in the U.S., but I
mhm,
think that we are definitely in a situation now where things are going to amp up a little bit and more as we go by each month, to the point where we will have physical contact. You know, there's too many people out there now that think we're going to have contact. It's not like one or two people saying, "Oh, you know, maybe we'll have some contact." Everybody out there who's into the subject are saying that they feel there's going to be contact, whether they're traditional UFO people, non-traditional people, New Agers, cosmic agers, light workers, whatever.
mhm.
There's more people in the community, what we call the UFO community, that are now understanding that something is happening, something
Right.
major is happening. So we are definitely going to have that contact. It's not going to be 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Don't believe any of that stuff. It's going to be happening now. It already is.
Right. And when I see other shows or people comment, talking about it on live, I try to be very uplifting and positive,
Yeah,
and so that there's no negativity about this. So when this does happen, that we're in a state of calmness and to accept this, not to fear it,
right.
because I was told not to. And I felt
Yeah,
what I felt, and nobody could tell me I did not feel that. It
that's
felt
right.
warm. It's almost like as if you die and you go to heaven and you feel that, how the people who testified that they were dead and they went to heaven and they felt that transition and they felt warm. That's kind of like what I felt, like an
Yeah.
overwhelming peace.
What it is it's a light energy when it comes to the galactic energy. It's a more of a light energy surrounding you, and you go into a state of bliss or cosmic bliss where you now are in a state of consciousness beyond your brain. When you get out of the human brain, that consciousness is very real.
So me trying to explain people who are in denial, when I tell them this story, and well, not story, I tell them my experience because it's
Yeah.
real and I know what I felt. I know what I saw. They just look at me like I'm crazy. I don't think they believe me.
Well, it doesn't matter, because like I said, in the end, the ones that laugh and think you're crazy are going to be looking and saying, "Well, how come I didn't believe you?" Here they are, you know.
Right, right. I have faith that um, they come at peace and they want to help us,
Yeah. No, they
because
do.
babies are continuously being born. I tell people, I work for pre-K, 4 and 5 year olds, pre-K. I see these beautiful children, these little souls. So I know that they want us to continue to exist.
Yeah.
I look at
You know.
children and that tells me everything. Babies are born every day. Are, I don't know about reincarnation or anything, but I just know that we're here to multiply. We're here to continue life itself. And there's something beautiful's got to happen for
Yeah.
all of us.
Oh, absolutely. I believe everything you're saying is so right on the money there, and I think it's really important what you're sharing. This is why it's so important, folks, why I've been dedicated on this show
Mhm.
constantly for the last 3 years and having people not be afraid to tell what they're experiencing.
Yes, that's what
I,
brought me on this show, because I was scrolling through, and then I stopped and paused and started listening more and listen. And right before TikTok was shut down, I think that's the last time I saw your show.
Yeah.
And then I've just been busy with work and everything like that. So
Yeah, of
I
course.
finally got to, take some time. I'm off the spring vacation like this week. So
Oh, good.
I was like, oh, let me see what's going on. But that's what I loved about your show, because everyone that got on there had a different experience, different enlightenment. They were able to share that and not be afraid to talk about it. I didn't sit there and look at it like, oh, they're crazy, oh, this, oh, that. No, I kept
Right.
an open mind. I tried to
Yeah, that's
visualize
right.
what they were saying, kind of in my own vision, see what they were seeing,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know?
And speaking of seeing, just like people know, we're at 67.7 thousand. Right now at 12:37, we have had approximately since 11 o'clock, get the drum roll going here. We've had 4,300 people watch the show since 11 p.m. Eastern tonight.
And that's
4,300.
4,300 people that need to understand that it's okay, what's happening, not to fear this, embrace it, open your mind to it.
Yeah,
Really, we're not the only ones. And I say, if my dad says it, then we're not
yeah.
the only ones.
And Simply Stephen is saying, Commander, do you think the green beans will try to harm the non-green beans during first contact? They won't be able to do that. Great question, Simply Stephen. No,
Yes.
that's not going to be allowed. They won't be able to do anything when contact happens. The green beans will be powerless to do anything, essentially.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for a show like this so that we can all communicate together. Because obviously the bigger guys out there, you know, they try to put a lid on it, but they can't stop it anymore. I think we've known this for a very long time, and we've been curious humans, and now everything was just going to fall to place, and people should just embrace it, and if you want to be a part of it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. You have a
Yeah,
choice. So
yeah. So I just want to make this person realize that they're not blocked. I didn't see their question. Let's see here. All right. Just letting Stephen know he's not blocked. Just didn't see a question. I do see questions in some places. I don't. If it's a question that's that's typed up on the comments, there's a filtering system on TikTok, and it might not get through. We might have to bring Stephen up on his question. But I
right.
want to thank you for coming up here and
Noah, thank
having the,
you too. I
you
appreciate
know,
it. Thank you for letting me share my experiences and
hmm
my thoughts and all this, and hopefully I help to ease some fear out there or curiosity. Um, I'm just, want it's going to happen, and I'm going to be there
yeah.
to embrace it. That's how I see it. And I'm going to continue watching your show.
Oh,
Love
good.
listening to everybody and their experiences as well. So
And
thank you
and
so
and
much.
I want people to know that you can actually invite people that you think are consciously awakened and interested in this show. Please invite people. When we're on here at 11, my whole thing is invite as many people as you can.
Okay.
We've been on here 3 years, but we're still growing. And I never assume that we have, hit the top of the mountain. So please always invite hundreds of other people, combined with the collective consciousness of the audience. Everyone has someone they can reach out to, maybe in your own country that's interested in the subject. You have a few friends on TikTok that want to get to learn about this stuff. This is a place to be. And please keep tapping on my screen, on the side of my screen.
Yes.
We're at 70,000. We need to get to 100,000 by 1 a.m. Can we do it? If everybody taps, we have over 300 people in here. We can do 100,000 in a few minutes.
Well, I'll
Just,
give you all my taps, and thank you so much for being the kind soul that you are,
oh,
and
thank
for
you.
enlightening us, helping us, kind of explaining these things with
Yeah,
everyone's stories and
yeah.
experiences. We need someone like you, Commander. So thank you so much. I appreciate and respect you. So thank you.
Thank you. I respect you too. We send our love to you. And I appreciate your story. I appreciate this kind of interaction. It's really important being in the media
Absolutely.
for over 20 years. So I'm going
Thank
to
you.
bring
Many
Elizabeth
blessings to
down.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll invite
Blessings
all
to you,
my
Elizabeth.
family. I'm going to send them some shares.
Okay, good. All right. We
All
like
right.
that. And let's see. Let's see who else we're going to bring here. I think you were talking about history in the future. Okay, well, whatever that was, that energy's gone. So welcome back, Stephen. We are at the end of March. Nothing has happened as a whole. So 13 buttons. I don't know about things happening in March. I don't know who been promoting it. I can tell you, though, that we're looking at major contact by the end of the year. I've not heard of anything for March. Usually, if people sprout out a month of something happening, I usually don't listen to it. Not sure where a lot of the information comes from, but on here 13, you'll see that we have continuously told people, even 3 years ago, that there will be contact happening probably towards the end of the year. Okay. Love horses. How can you awake? Very interesting. Let's see. So we're gonna. So one of the ways you can awaken love horses is through meditation. That's the key thing for people that are now getting involved in this and want to know what's happening. What's happening with you is the first thing, which love horses is use meditative states of music to elevate your consciousness. That'll help you as you do that on a regular basis, maybe for 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day or night. Use very vibrational meditation music or ambient meditation music with the word Om or You, and that'll get you into a state of frequency that is higher than, let's say, the state of consciousness when you're going to work or going about in town or whatever you might be doing. That's really the basic first step in getting there. Excuse me. Hey, Guided by Ancestors, welcome. So, Stephen, when you go to sleep, I think we all go somewhere. We might not remember where we go. I don't always remember anything when I go to sleep, but I know we go off planet. I would say 90% of you go off planet when you go to sleep. Great question. So, when you're going to sleep, bam, you go somewhere. You might be going to see your star family. You don't remember it. You could be going off planet on a spaceship. There's so many different variables as to where we go when we're asleep. Interesting, Angelica. So I've not heard 13 anything about the month of March. All I do know is that the end of the year is when major contact is going to happen. So I don't know who is promoting, what the people were, or who they were on any social media that's promoting March. I've not felt anything happening in March. Um, Jessica Fletcher. Let's bring Jessica Fletcher on here. We're following Jessica Fletcher. We're going to bring Jessica on if she wants to come up. We're very random about, people's questions. And if she comes up, she just has to press the request button and we'll bring her up. Let's see if she comes up. Ah, very good. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you on here. Can I bring you on camera?
Sure. Okay.
Okay, I'm pressing.
I'm
I
like
just,
kind of in the middle of painting my nails as I do this, so
yes, I
we can,
understand.
sure. Okay. Let's see.
I'm in the middle of not painting my nails, so there you go. But I'm a little bit of a comedian here, but no problem. So let's do this here. I just pressed the thing. All you have to do is press
Did
the
I went
save
away.
button.
Hold on. I went away. There we are. Then save. There we
All
go.
right. There's Jessica. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And we're glad to have you with us. Have you been watching our show before, or is this kind of new for you?
I have. Actually, I was going to be part of that. Oh, what was her name? It was the woman who has the AI that is her.
Oh, Ellie.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was going to be on next, and then
Right.
she had to leave.
And
So,
she'll be coming back. We're gonna plan a show with her again.
oh, great. Great.
Yeah, we will. Tell us about your experiences, and I do feel you have some stories to tell.
Um, actually, I do have one story, and I don't. I was hearing this weird vibration in my house, and so I went to the back window, and I looked out of my back window, and there I saw the bottom of like a. It was like almost like a square,
Yeah,
almost like a square, and there were no lights on the bottom of it though.
right.
Um, and it was very quiet. It was very quiet, and it was just kind of like going over my house.
Yeah,
And I ran from the bathroom to the front of my house, and I watched it go through the trees and
yeah,
or like like yeah, like kind of through the trees.
yeah,
Um, and I was just in shock. I've that was kind of the only thing I've seen.
yeah. And what year was that? Do you know?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to tell you another story. So the one that I'm talking about right now, let's see, it was maybe 2 years ago. It was about 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, but the one that I had actually years ago, I was probably maybe 20. I'm in my 40s now,
Okay.
and I went to an area that is in my area. It's there's a lake, and a lot of people say that it's a very spiritual area. Um, and I was sitting with my friend in a car, and we were just watching the lake. It was nighttime, and we saw a light right in the middle, just appear right in the middle of the lake.
Yeah,
Um, and we kind of froze, and because we couldn't see where the actual light was coming from. It was just a light. It
yeah,
didn't look like a ball or anything like that, but it was almost like we were seeing it from the bottom, which was very strange because it was far out. The lake was, we are sitting at the edge of the lake, and we're seeing this light. And then very quickly, the light came right beside us in the car.
hmm.
It was inside the trees,
Oh
kind
wow.
of rushing around. The trees were all moving. Um, and we just sat there. We were kind of shocked, we didn't know what to do.
Hmm.
This friend of mine, he's gone now. He actually passed away years ago, but he always had told me that he felt that a uh, he was the baby of an alien.
Okay.
Um, and he would go into a room. He said he called it the room. And he would go into the room, and he would be able to talk to people there, his family.
Right.
Um, and he said that he would see things within the radio. Like he wasn't it was weird. He would get into these conversations with me,
Yeah.
and then he would stop. This was back in the 90s. So,
90s.
yeah, so we really, back then, no one was really talking about it. It was like, you were a woo woo, you were crazy,
Yeah.
So we were best friends. So he would talk about it, but he would kind of, you know, he would pull back, and he
Yeah.
didn't want to talk about it too much because it kind of scared him as well. He
Yeah.
would just go to this. He called it the room, like I said, and
And when I went to the room to see his family, what did he say? What they looked like at all? His family?
he didn't.
Never. He never
No,
told you.
yeah, he never
Interesting.
told me, and he just said that he just did not. He did not feel like he just didn't feel like this was his home, like at
Right.
all. It just didn't
Right.
feel right. Um, and he said like within the radio he would always know when they were coming because there was a certain thing that would happen with the radio that he would feel. It
Yeah.
was something within it, and he couldn't really describe it. It was just something he knew.
Yeah. It's
And
a frequency of
yeah,
sound.
yeah. And that night, I was really scared. I was with him. This is the guy that I was with when we were sitting in the car and we saw the lights. I was very scared. He was like, it was the first time he'd seen something outside of the room. But he wasn't very scared that night. I remember being like, what is going on? Because it was just, like I said, all of a sudden it was just there.
Yeah.
And then in like seconds, it was beside us and causing all this whooping up in the trees, and the light was going. We could see the light in there, and it was just it was pretty intense, you know.
Yeah.
And those were my two experiences.
Oh, wow. And you were
Yeah.
asking about contact too. So
Yes.
the one thing, there's all kinds of people out there projecting different dates and times and stuff. I'm trying to tell people, those people don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
The contact is individual right now, just by the stories we're hearing on the show.
Right.
But main contact will happen towards the end of the year. That's when the major contact is supposed to happen.
And what do you think? And what do you think that's going to look like? Is that like where people are going to know for sure? Like it's going to be
Yeah.
like
It's
no
going to be for
question.
sure. Yeah, there'll be no question.
Wow.
I know there's a lot of diversions. Our international media is not
Yes.
showing any of the stuff that they should be showing people or talking about. It's always the same news cycle when you
Yeah.
watch the national news on TV or any kind of news channel. But the contact, folks, is going to be towards the end of the year, not any time before that. Now, it can come sooner.
Yeah.
But I'll never give a date because I know there's a lot of people feeling like they feel it's sooner. What
Yeah.
does sooner mean? Who knows what that means? All I know is that I'm being very consistent with the end of the year. So I want to be proven wrong and people say, Commander, look, we just had contact at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
I don't see that yet. I'm not feeling it. I do think it's still the end of the year. And now the other thing is people that are saying contact's happening, in 2030, they're incorrect about that. There's no way that's happening. The contact's going to happen way before 2030. Way before it,
That's so exciting. That's so exciting
Yeah.
to me. It's just very exciting.
It's good to be here,
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I know we're getting up towards 1 o'clock, and you have been a great guest, Jessica. I'm glad
Oh,
you're up
thank
here.
you. Thank you.
And I'm following you too, so we're now following friends. with
Oh,
each other.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
Jessica, everybody, I want to thank her for her story, her questions, and you can be on the famous show Encounters. You can take a screenshot of yourself being with me on here, being that I'm famous and all. No, I'm just kidding you. But
I will.
Jessica, we will definitely. There you go. And you know what? If I become famous, it won't go to my head. I guarantee you, I'll still be the same person. Anyway, Jessica, we're going to let you down.
Okay.
You're on the #1 most popular UFO spiritual talk show on social media on planet Earth. I am the one and only CmdrAleon. Welcome. If you're not here and you're somewhere else, you got to get over here. Wherever you are right now, come on over here. We want to see you. Thank you, Yvette. L7U7K7E says, I want to hear that story. And he said, well, he came up before. He did tell us about it. And Penny, hey, Penny Jocelyn. Good to see you, Penny. Salvador, Texas. Hey, Salvador, who might be in Texas. We reached 102,000. And right now, we've had 4,800 people watch our show since 11 p.m. Eastern. 4,800 people have come in here on TikTok and at some point watched a little bit of the show, which means they're viewing the show. 4,800 wonderful TikTokers out there watching Encounters. We like that. This is interesting. James Marshall says, my whole family's been on a UFO when I was a little kid. Let's hear that story. James, I'm bringing you up. I want to hear that story. James Marshall says, my whole family's been on a UFO when I was a little kid. Now we're going to hear something amazing. This is going to be interesting. You're watching Encounters.
Oh,
Hey, James, welcome to the show.
hello?
Hey, James, we hear you. James, we hear you. James, you there? James, do not
Hello?
disappear on us. Hey, James, can you hear me?
Barely.
Bring your volume up. Bring the volume up on your phone.
I
You'll
hear
hear me.
you. I hear you now.
Good, good, good. James, tell us where you are on Encounters and tell us the history. When you mentioned my whole family's been on a spaceship or
No, I
UFO,
haven't
when
been
you
on a spaceship. Okay, Ripplebrook Ranger Station up to Clackamas. It was 1976, and my dad was driving, and my sisters were sitting in the middle. We were in an old Ford pickup truck,
Mhm.
and we come around the corner, and there was a UFO. It was right on the road, and we all looked at my dad at the same time and said, "Dad, what is that?" And he shrugged his shoulders and said, "I don't know." My dad logged up there all his life, up the Clackamas River.
Mhm.
And he just gunned it when we went around that spaceship. Uh, there was a guy from, Leonard Lemoy in Search of.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, he had the same UFO on that program, and I was sitting on a buddy's couch, and I said, "There it is. There's the UFO that was on the road, on the pipeline road. The
Mhm.
water goes to Portland. It's the Portland water
Mhm.
in Oregon."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was sitting on my mom's lap, and I stared at that UFO, and it's the same UFO that was on the show of Leonard Lemoy in Search of.
Wow, interesting.
It was
And
crazy.
when you saw it, how did you feel? Did you feel like I asked people, do you feel any energy coming from something like that?
Okay, I still feel it, kind of.
You do.
Well, in a way, in a sense, because I stared at it, and I'll never forget it. And I've encountered a few other encounters of UFOs.
Mhm.
There was a UFO that was up on Squaw Mountain Road, just out of Estacada, and it was a bright light. And me and my buddy, we just left Estacada to go hunting the next morning. It was kind of the first day of hunting.
Mhm.
And so we went up Squaw Mountain Road, and there was this bright light that just, like someone, you remember the old flashes out of a
Yeah.
camera?
Yeah.
It flashed like that. And the next thing I know, we looked up in the sky, and it did an N, but it went
Mhm.
red, then blue, then white, red, then blue, then white, like a slash. First it did an N, red, then blue, then white, and then a slash, red, then blue, then white, and then it was
Oh wow.
gone. I mean, gone, like right now, gone.
Yeah.
And we got up on top of Squaw Mountain Road. We were where we were gonna hunt, and it seems like we lost time because it started getting daylight. It's like we lost like 3 or 4 hours, like 4 hours of time. It was the weirdest thing because it don't take that long to get up on top of Squaw Mountain Road.
So you had missing time. How many hours was that?
It only takes like 45 minutes to get on top of Squaw. And we lost about 3 hours, 4 hours.
Wait a minute. So it takes 45 minutes to get on the top of the Square Mountain where you are in Colorado. I mean, in Oregon. And
Yeah.
and then you have 3 hours of missing time for a trip that should take 45 minutes. What does that tell everybody? If you have 3 hours of missing time, that means you were abducted.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, yeah, you were. Let me ask you a question. Let's stick on that 3 hours of missing time. When you had the missing time, when you came back, did you find any markings on your arm or anything that you didn't have before?
I can't. No.
What year did that happen?
Oh gosh. Probably the early 90s.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you just from reading your energy that that missing time of 3 hours was an abduction,
Yeah, it might have been a little bit longer.
and it was just you and your friend in the going up the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Did he have missing time as well?
Well, we were together,
Right.
so
So you both had missing time together for 3 hours.
it was a little bit longer than that, I think, because it was about midnight when we
Midnight.
went up the.
Midnight.
Well, we went up the mountain about midnight, and then
Okay.
we saw the
Oh,
bright
so
light, and then we come around the
yeah.
corner, and then it did the red, white, and blue, or red, blue, the white, red, blue,
hmm
white. It was like a message. I don't know. It was weird.
So you saw the spaceship changing colors, and how? What's the elevation where you were going up the mountain?
Only about 1,400 feet.
So we're 1,400 feet above the regular level on
Yeah,
the mountain. 1,400 feet.
we were above the houses in
You're above the
Estacada.
houses. Okay. And how was the road? A dirt road, a paved road? What kind of road was it?
It was a paved road,
Okay.
but when we
Uh, Go ahead.
well, when we got to the top of Squaw Mountain Road, it was way up there on the mountain. We
Yeah,
live we live up on the mountain,
you live on the mountain. So when you got to where you were supposed to be, what's the elevation?
probably 3,000 feet. I'm thinking
So
because it
you're
just goes
3,000
straight up.
straight up. Was the missing time happening when you got to 3,000 feet or 1,400 feet?
I'm sorry. One more time.
Yeah, when you had the missing time for over 3 hours, were you already at 3,000 feet on the truck, or were you at 1,400 feet?
Oh, we were at 1,400 feet, and then we kept driving up the mountain. But when we got to the top of the mountain, like 3,000 feet, and it got daylight, it was like we lost time.
Yeah. And what time? Now, midnight. When you were taken, when you were, whether it be an abduction or whatever it might have been, what time were you taken at that time? You had the missing time. Do you remember?
It was about midnight when we went up the
Midnight.
mountain.
Right. But when were you taken? Like, what time did you lose time?
About midnight, and
About
then
midnight. Okay.
we got up on the mountain, which only took about maybe maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes or something right in there.
Yeah. But
And then
what
it
should have
started
taken
getting daylight. It was
daylight.
like, well,
So,
I looked right at my friend and John and said, we must have lost time.
yeah. So when you came back, James, when you came back from the missing time of like 3 or 4 hours, let's say, Was it already daylight when you came back from missing time?
Yes.
It was. Okay.
It
So
was just
now
starting to get daylight.
it's just starting to get daylight. So you've been missing time for a good couple hours that night after midnight is when you
Correct.
disappeared from your reality into another reality, which you weren't allowed to see. You were just taken. Now I'm trying to think whether this was an abduction, folks, or whether they went into another cosmic reality that they just don't remember. You know, did you have any interactions? Did you notice anything with your missing time, or any interactions with beings at all, of any type of beings?
No.
No, nothing.
No.
And that's okay too. You know, you're having missing time. You're not going to remember everything.
Right. Right.
This story is very interesting. Um,
What my mom said when she was out chopping kindling for a fire one evening before we got off the school bus, we lived up out Estacada like 5 miles,
mhm,
and it was old farmland,
mhm,
and she seen a silver disc right above the house, the neighbor's house,
mhm,
and it just hovered there for a minute, and she looked at it, and uh, when she looked at it, it just went over the top of her and didn't make a sound. And she was like, she told us kids, you know, when she got us off the school bus, and I believe her because she wouldn't have came up with a story like that.
yeah, I would believe it too. If people remember stories like that, there's a reason why when you said the ship UFO came over a house, no sound, that's pretty good that people can remember stories like that. I think it's a relatively important thing when you can document stuff like that in your consciousness. You don't forget. If you had a real sighting, folks, you'll never forget you had it. You'll see it. You'll know it. You know?
Well, my dad was a logger, and we lived in a little trailer up
Okay.
up out of Estacada 5 miles. We farmed and had, you know, farm animals anyway, and he got held down in his he held himself down in his bed, and they were
Yeah.
a UFO was right over the house, and they were trying to abduct him.
Yeah.
Abduct him.
They were trying to take him.
Yeah, they were trying to take him, but he held on to the bed, and my dad would have never told us kids that,
Yeah.
but my mom told me that, and our, you know, my sisters, but he didn't want to say nothing.
So your dad, when he was holding on to the bed and the spaceship was over the house, and they were trying to take him out of the bed to abduct him, he fought it off and he didn't get abducted, correct?
Correct. He held on to the bed,
Really interesting.
and yeah, they couldn't take him up. And he only told my mom. He never said anything to us kids.
Yeah.
He didn't want anyone thinking that he was crazy, but I believe my mom. She would have never told a story like that, you know, just to
So
say it.
right. It seems like in your family that you mentioned your dad. Do you think is there any generational stories beyond your father of this happening?
No, uh-uh.
Just in your family.
Yeah, just in our family. I don't know if that UFO on the pipeline road up out of Estacada, up by Ripplebrook Ranger Station in Oregon, had anything to do with it. There was another show I seen. This German guy was talking about the same UFO,
Hmm.
and the supposedly, I don't know what he was saying, but supposedly the people that came out of that UFO were like the I want to say the Galactic Federation people,
Like
because they were
human,
really
like very like human beings.
correct.
Yeah, that'd be more of a positive experience.
Yeah, I don't know what the German was talking about, but he was talking about
Yeah.
the when he was talking, he was showing a picture of the same UFO that was parked on the road that we drove around,
Hmm.
and I was like, "There it is! There it is! There it is!" You know.
Now, um, that is interesting. So the well, you said the space beings, this other person, he had contact with these space beings, and the same spaceship, or what you call UFO, was the same as the one you guys saw.
Correct. Yeah, it had little windows, little round windows.
Really?
Yeah, and it had three little legs. It was just a. It was the UFO was so small you could have
Yeah.
put it in the back of the pickup. I mean, it was no bigger than the pickup, the Ford pickup my dad drove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was
there are
just a
small,
little. It had
but
a
that little
like
ship
yeah,
probably
like a
came from a
little
much a little ship. Yeah, it came probably from a larger ship.
correct.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it was just a little UFO.
Have you tried to, James, meditate about missing time? Like I'm going to suggest, like when you go to sleep tonight, this is your homework. 'Cause your story is so interesting, fascinating to our audience all over the world. Is I would meditate and focus on Christ consciousness in your meditation, and try to uh, unblock your memory if you can. Matter of fact, try to, even though you can't remember anything right now, try to open up the memory bank so you can see where you were on that very night with your friend being taken and having missing time for at least 4 hours.
Yes, I will do that. I just bought the. I got these capsules called Ancient Minds.
Hmm.
I just bought them, and I want to start uh, meditating, and I and they're supposed to open up my third eye,
Oh, cool.
and and there was more to it, and um, it's going to help
Yeah.
me with
I mean, you have a
opening
right to
up my.
remember. Yeah, Jane, you have a right to remember your missing time, and I love to see when that happens. When you do start remembering stuff, keep a journal of it, and so we can all, kind of then in the future when you come back, you say, "Commander, I now remember things. I wrote a journal. Keep a journal."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was flipping through TikTok to find someone like you to listen to because it's happened to me several times, and I seen Bigfoot tracks up the Clackamas River too, up in
Really?
Oregon. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
in the snow, Bigfoot tracks, 5 of them, and I do believe Bigfoot. I've smelled him before over in Vernonia, Oregon, and he's got a rank smell. Boy,
Yeah. You know why they put a smell on when you go up in an area where they are? They want you to think they smell bad. You don't want to go near them because actually they're very advanced beings of light. The Sasquatch, they can speak
yeah,
many languages.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
they can.
amazing.
Yeah, my friend April up in Vermont is they work with the Ashtar Command, and the ones up there they can speak multiple languages. The Bigfoot.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, James, I want to thank you, man, for coming up here. Looking forward to future contacts with you on the show when you start remembering stuff from what happened that night after midnight where you lost a lot of time. I want to know, keep a journal, and as you remember things, let us know what happens too.
Yeah, you bet. I believe in UFOs. I believe in Bigfoot. And thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah,
Um, I'm going to take my Ancient Mind capsules and hopefully. I think I'm a little bit clairvoyant too. So
yeah, you might
I'm going to.
be.
I want to work on that too because
Yeah,
I've thought of things before it happened
yeah.
and That's crazy cool to do that. I
Yeah, yeah.
want to keep working on that too.
I'm excited for you, James. I think your story
Hey,
was
thanks.
fantastic on Encounters. Another great story of truth out in Oregon, and this is what the show's about. And I really appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming
Where
out.
are you from?
We're up here on the East Coast in Connecticut. This is the
Oh,
central broadcasting system for Encounters throughout the world, right here. Yeah.
right on. Cool.
All right, man. We'll let
I'm
you
going to keep
go
looking
ahead.
in the sky because I've seen a lot of different stuff.
Hmm. I believe it. I believe it.
I I look up in the sky all the time in the summer.
Oh, good. I
Oh
love
yeah.
looking at the sky. At night we go up to a farm orchard and we'll have our outdoor C5 group. So, yeah, definitely. We'll be also trying to document stuff this year as it gets warmer out on the farm. So we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks a lot.
Uh,
Take
All
care.
right. All right.
I'll
And
get
we're going to
back to
bring
you.
James down off the spaceship here. And I want to thank everybody for being here. It's getting a little bit late. I think it's time to kind of wind it down a little bit. I want to thank everybody for being here. If you're not following me, there's 308 people here. Go to my bio. Before you leave, go to the bio, press the red button. Thank you, Sonia. Press the like button on my bio. Press both. And go to my link, my YouTube channel. We are backlogged by about, I think, 2 shows now. So we'll be putting the past 2 or 3 shows on YouTube. Just go to link, subscribe, and that's all you have to do. Well, now that I am getting tired, I'm going to say many blessings to you, much love and light to everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow night for another exciting edition of Encounters. Take care, everybody. Be good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.